Hi everyone and welcome. My name is Krystal and I'm here with the TRX for Yoga experience. You are in for a treat. Today we have another mobility flow. So again, it is the TRX yoga flow that you have come to love, the connection of movement with breath. And we're really going to focus on intertwining some fitness components, some fitness movements or exercises where you will put just a little bit of resistance on your body using the straps and focus on working on big, full range of motion. I'm so excited. So if you have a yoga mat, please make sure your mat is rolled out underneath from the baseline of the anchor point away from. And then make sure the mat is equal to the right and left of that suspension trainer to promote balance. If you have blocks, grab 2 of the same height block. They're not mandatory, but they do help us when we're on the ground. Also, a face towel or something for cushion underneath one of your knees might be helpful, as we will be doing some ground-based work today. Let's begin. Please make sure your suspension trainer is fully shortened. Stand facing your anchor point. Place your hands into the foot cradles, thumbs to the outside, and slowly walk towards the back edge of your mat. To make sure we have the appropriate starting position, I'm going to have you come into extended mountain. Sweep your arms up overhead, palms rotate to face that anchor point. Thumbs to the outsides of the straps so they don't slide down your arms. And I want you to walk your body forward or backwards so your joints are stacked. Wrists over shoulders, shoulders over hips, knees and ankles, and no leaning. Feet or hips width apart so we can warm up that body. And slowly bring your arms back down to starting position. Now everything we do today will be max 5 repetitions because we're going to promote slow movement and full range of motion. You have a lot of great work ahead of you. Look straight forward, press into your palms, fan your fingers, and begin to breathe your Ujjayi breath in and out through your nose. Create the sound of the ocean in your breath. Feel your body expand upon the inhale. You breathe in as deep as you can. And feel the muscles in your body contract as you exhale, breathing out as deep as you can. We'll add movement to that breath. Extended mountain. Take a deep breath in. Practice applying a little bit of pressure on the straps. Exhale, bring your hands back down to starting position, maintaining that pressure the whole way. 2 more. Inhale. As you sweep your arms up overhead, keep your hands a little wider than your shoulders. Exhale, arms back down. That promotes space in the neck. 1 more. Sweep those arms up. Take a deep breath in. Pull back as you reach up. Exhale your arms back down to starting position with equal pressure in both hands. Right arm only. Sweep it up overhead. Breathe in. Back down as you breathe out. The art of moving with the breath. Left side. Take that deep breath in. Back down as you breathe out. Keep your shoulders and hips facing the anchor point. 1 more time per side. Right arm up on the inhale. Back down as you exhale. Left side. Can you breathe in a little deeper through your nose? And then through your nose, exhale all of that air out. Fan out your fingers, press into your palms and fold. Anchor your heels into the ground and reach your hands towards that anchor point. Roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. You're going to see these later. So practice now. Bend your knees. Tuck your tailbone. Chin to chest. And now press into your palms and roll yourself up 1 vertebrae at a time. Let your shoulder blades separate. And at the top, the shoulder blades come together. Take a deep breath in. You're going to do that 2 more times. Forward fold. Hips back. Hands forward. Roll up through the spine. 1 vertebrae at a time. Hollow that lower belly. Ujjayi breath. At the top, shoulder blades together. Press into those hands a little more firmly. Breathe in and fold. Hands forward, hips back. Lengthen your spine to the fullest capacity and then roll it up. You want malleability in that spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. At the top, take a deep breath in, extended mountain. Forward fold once again with a flat back you hinge. This time keep the flat back, come to a halfway lift. Bend the knees, drop the hips. Press into the hands and lift the chest a little higher than those hips. I want this to look like the starting position to a golf swing. So you're rooted in your heels, your toes can wiggle on the floor. Your hands are pulling your chest away from your hips. Feel the side body stretch. Breathe in. Fold. Slowly straighten your legs. Keep your knees unlocked and reach your hands forward. We're going to flow. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Shoulder blades together. Chest away from hips. Forward fold, exhale. Again, halfway lift, breathe in. Fold, breathe out. This time, halfway lift and hold. We're going to add a golfer's swing, but this time on purpose, don't move your head. We're going to layer this on as well throughout the practice. Reach your left arm up over your left shoulder, palm faces away from the anchor point. Equal weight in both feet, no rotating those hips. Push your hands in opposite directions to brace the core, almost like you're lifting up out of that low back. Relax the tailbone. Come back through center. Push into the palms and switch sides. Right arm up over the right shoulder. You're looking forward, down towards the ground. So you shouldn't have very much range of motion. We'll add on later on. Come back to center, breathe in. One more time, left arm over that left shoulder, breathe out. Push the crown of your head away from the shoulders. Back through center, breathe in. Try to keep those hips nice and still, it's hard. Exhale that right arm up over the right shoulder. Back through center, halfway lift, belly in. Fold and release, round it up one vertebrae at a time. Good work. This mobility work is no joke. It's all worth it. Close your grip at the top, shoulder blades together, lean back, take a deep breath in, and hinge back. Anchor your heels into the ground, drop your chest towards your thighs. Add rotation. Roll your left shoulder up over the right shoulder, bend your right knee. Lean into that left heel and push your left hip towards the ground. Feel the tractioning in your spine. Come back to center, arms and legs are straight. And switch sides, roll your right shoulder up, bend the left knee. Lean into the right heel and push your right hip towards the floor. Come back through center, breathe in. Left shoulder rolls up, breathe out. Back through center, breathe in. Right shoulder rolls up, breathe out. Back through center, pause. Press into your hands, pull your hips forward. Press into your hands again, rock your body weight forward, open your palms and fold. Hips back, hands forward. Soft bend behind your knees. We're going to put together our sun salutation A. Heel toe, your big toes to touch. Heels in line with middle toes. Pressure on the straps. Connect movement with breath. Extended mountain, reverse swan dive up, hip bones to belly button, breathe in. Forward fold, deep breath out, push into your hands, hips back. Halfway lift, bend those knees, chest lifts, you've been here before. Forward fold, we're just putting them all together with a breath. 4 more rounds, extended mountain, every round is meant to get bigger. Forward fold, you want to heat up the body from the inside out. Halfway lift, breathe in. Through the nose, forward fold, breathe out. Extended mountain. Fan out your fingers and your toes. Forward fold and empty your lungs. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold and breathe out. Rise high, extended mountain. Squeeze your triceps into your upper arms. Forward fold, anchor your heels into the floor. Halfway lift, slide those shoulder blades together. Forward fold, push into your palms. 1 more round, extended mountain. Breathe all the way in. Maybe you hold it in. Forward fold and empty your lungs. Halfway lift, fill. Fold and empty. Moving on to our sun salutation B's. Bend your knees, drop your hips for chair. Roll your shoulders up over your hips. Reach your arms overhead, hands a little wider than your shoulders. Tilt your pelvis to neutral. Pull the hip bones up towards the belly button. Anchor the tailbone to the floor behind your heels. Now, at any point in time, you should be able to let go and not fall backwards. But you are pulling back to create pressure on those straps. Now, create the action as though you're trying to slide your feet apart. So they don't really move, but you're going to feel it, don't you? You feel your glutes fire up, your legs fire up. From there, you bend your knees more. Reach your arms higher. Breathe in. Forward fold and release. Yeah, the sun B builds even more heat. Single leg mountain, arms up overhead, right leg extends forward. Push your left heel into the floor. Breathe in. Warrior 3, sweep that upper leg back. Hands towards the anchor point and pause. You want your hips square to the floor here, just like your shoulders. So take your upper baby toe, spin it down to the ground. Push through your upper heel. We're going to switch sides, right foot to meet the left. Single leg mountain, arms up overhead, left leg forward. Belly pulls in, breathe in. Warrior 3. Sweep your upper leg back, 2 hands towards the anchor point. Soft bend in that standing knee. Upper baby toe spins down to face the ground. Push. Push through your upper heel. Press into your palms. Lift your whole body higher. Now we're going to move with breath. Bring your left foot to meet the right. Bend the knees. Chair pose. For one inhale, separate that mat with your heels. Forward fold. Exhale. Hollow the belly. Single leg mountain. Right leg forward. Take a deep breath in. Warrior 3. Deep breath out. Single leg mountain. Left leg forward. Arms up. Breathe in. Warrior 3, breathe out. From the top, chair pose, sit a little lower. Each round gets a little bigger. Forward fold, push more air out of your lungs. Single leg mountain, right leg forward, push through that upper heel. Warrior 3, get long in your body. Single leg mountain, left leg forward, arms up, breathe in. Warrior 3, breathe out. 2 more rounds from the top. Chair pose, pull the lower belly into the spine. Forward fold and empty your lungs. Single leg mountain, right leg forward, fill up until you can't anymore. Warrior 3, you push all that air out of your body. Single leg mountain, left leg forward, arms up, breathe in. Warrior 3, breathe out. Last round from the top, chair pose. Sip in as much air as you can. Forward fold, hollow the belly and push that air out. Single leg mountain, right leg forward, breathe in. Warrior 3, breathe out. Single leg mountain, left leg forward, arms up, breathe in. Warrior 3, breathe out. Stay with me, single leg mountain, right leg forward. Take a deep breath in, we're moving on. Warrior 3, and hold. We're moving into our first mobility movement. Full range of motion with gentle resistance. We're going to work that left hip. Press into your palms. Hips square to the floor. Call these drag back lunges. Keep your left heel anchored to the floor. Start to bend your left knee with that flat back. You're still in Warrior 3. And once you've bent that left knee as deep as it'll go, start to press into your hands and drag your shoulders back over the hips. And float your back foot to tap down to the floor. Once your back foot taps, both knees bend. See the arms are straight, yes, but your shoulders are not forward. You pull them back over the hips. Feel that left hip fire up. From down here, press into your palms. Warrior 3, you spring forward, so you never stand all the way up. And Warrior 3 is when you straighten the leg. Until we go again. Bend that left knee for 5. Start to drag the shoulders back. 4, it's fluid. 3, feel that left hip. 2, tap the foot down, bend the knees, shoulders back. Warrior 3, spring it forward. And we go again for 5, hollow the belly. 4, press into your palms, fingers fan wide. 3, tap down. 2, shoulders back. Warrior 3, get longer in that body. Slowly roll back for 5, belly in. 4, challenge yourself. 3, shoulders together. 2, tap down. Warrior 3, push into those hands. Lift that upper leg a little higher. Last one, here we go. Fan out those fingers and toes for 5. Bend the left knee deep. 4, you should be feeling it in the left hip by now for sure. 3, tap down. 2, bend the knees. Warrior 3, spring forward. It's okay. Feel and breathe. You got this. Push into your hands more. Now bend your upper knee to 90 degrees. Roll your right hip up over that left hip. Feel the relief in that left hip. And search for the stretch in your inner left leg. Don't be afraid to bend your elbows to 90 degrees. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. It'll offer you more stability, more space in your neck. Flex your upper foot, fan out your toes. Lean toward your hands a little more. Take a deep breath in. Pull your right knee into your chest and stand up. Standing leg raise. Put the foot cradles into your left hand. Get a good grip. Grab the outside of your right knee with your right hand. Or hook your big toe and extend your upper leg out in front of you. Now you don't have to straighten that front knee, that upper knee I should say. You could, but don't let it round your shoulders forward. Shoulders pull back. Press through your upper heel. Right leg over to the right. Press straight down into that left hand. And spin your inner right thigh up to the sky to help pull your pelvis to neutral. Push your right leg away from your body and lift up out of that left hip for 5, 4, breathe. 3, lift your chest a little higher. 2, half moon, bring your upper leg back to center. Kick your right leg forward, reach your arm high, and sweep it back. Right hand to your right hip and hinge. Look down to the ground. Left knee is softly bent. Roll that right hip up over the left hip. Push into that left hand. Option to bring your right arm to the sky. Fan out your fingers. Fan out your toes. For 5, breathe your breath. 4, embrace those wobbles. 3, lean towards your left hand a little more. 2, whole body lifts higher. Big toes touch, 1 hand per foot cradle. Great work. Sunny, we're going to clear it away. Extended mountain. Take a deep breath in. Forward fold, deep breath out. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold, breathe out. Single leg mountain, left leg forward. Take that deep breath in. Warrior 3. Focus on big, big range of motion. We only have 5 drag back lunges. You go slow. Keep your left heel anchored to the ground. Start to bend your left knee deep, 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 like a single leg squat, but a lot of the weight's in the heel. Now press into the palms, drag your shoulder blades together, and pull your shoulders back over those hips. It's like slow motion. Left foot taps down to the ground. Both knees bend to 90 degrees. Notice my back knee under the hip. I'm not really reaching that leg back too far. And so it's just a moderate lunge position. Shoulders pull back over those hips. Stay low, push into your palms, hinge back forward to warrior 3. And that's when you straighten the right leg. Upper baby toe faces the ground. Push through your upper heel, press into your palms. We have 4 more. You breathe your breath. Do not hold the breath. Bend the right knee for 5, 4, press into the hand, shoulders pull back. 3, 2, back foot taps down, knees bend. Warrior 3. Again, here we go for 5. Start to bend the knee. 4, drag the shoulders back over the hips. 3, push into the palms. 2, tap down, shoulders over hips. Warrior 3. And again we go for 5. Belly pulls into spine. 4, hollow the belly by pushing into the hands. 3, lean it back. 2, tap down, lunge position. Warrior 3. Fan out those toes and those fingers. You have 2 more. Start to bend that right knee for 5. Ooh, I'm feeling it. 4, drag those shoulders back. 3, go slow with me. 2, tap that foot down, bend the knees. Warrior 3. So we have 1 more. Challenge, don't beat me. Let me beat you. Here we go for 5, 4, 3, 2. Nice work, warrior 3. Spring it forward. Push into the hands. Lift your body higher. Bend that upper knee and roll the left hip up over that right hip. My standing leg is quivering a little bit. So good, working so hard. Roll that left hip up over the right hip. Don't be afraid to bend the elbows. Help you square your shoulders to the ground. And you're using your hands to pull the chest away from the hips. Feel that nice stretch in your inner standing thigh. Take 1 more deep breath in. Standing leg raise. Pull that left knee into the chest and stand up. Put the foot cradles into your right hand. Grab the outside of your left knee with your left hand, or play. Hook your big toe with your first 2 fingers and extend your upper leg out in front of you. Push your right hand into the straps to lift the sternum away from the tailbone. Slowly start to peel your left leg over to the left. Inner thigh of the upper leg spins up to the sky. That's going to help you pull your pelvis to neutral. And your shoulders and hips work to square towards the anchor point. Left hip forward, right hip back. Breathe your breath. You're pushing that upper leg away from the body. Lift up out of that right hip. Use the straps more. Half moon. Slowly come back to center. Extend your left leg forward. Reach your left arm high. Breathe in. Left hand to your left hip and sweep it back to the last pose on this side. You're working that right leg good and hard. Roll the left hip up over the right hip. Option, reach your left arm to the sky. Standing knee is soft. And continue to lean towards that right hand for 5. Squeeze the muscles in the upper leg. 4, keep breathing. 3, roll the upper hip back a little more. 2, big toes touch, stand up nice and tall. 1 hand per foot cradle, let's clear it away. Extended mountain, take that deep breath in. Forward fold and empty your lungs. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold and breathe out. Now here it's back again, round up through the spine like a cat tilt. Tuck the tailbone under, chin to chest, and create like that Halloween cat arc. Separate your shoulder blades, push into the palms, and roll all the way up. It should feel so good. At the top, shoulder blades come together. Heel toe your feet apart to hip socket width apart. We have 5 rounds of this. Each round, the feet will get a little wider. Forward fold, heels anchor into the ground, hands reach forward. Look at my knees, they're unlocked. You unlock yours. And then roll it up. The knees in life never need to lock. So especially in yoga, I don't know where we got that bad rap from, but you're never supposed to lock the knees. You keep them slightly bent. Heel toe your feet apart. Again, feet to the width of the mat. Push your hips back. Hands reach forward. Hollow that belly and roll it up 1 vertebrae at a time. Shoulder blades hug together onto your back. Heel toe your feet apart. If you have a yoga mat underneath you, your feet are now on either side of that mat, and fold. Just witness how the sensation changes as your feet get wider and you roll up through your spine. Do you have more space between the vertebrae? Do you feel more or less between the shoulder blades and the back of your neck? One more time. Heel toe those feet apart. Your feet are 12 o'clock. Heels in line with the middle toes. Fold. Push your hips back, hands forward. Soft bend behind the knees. Ground down into your hands and feet and roll it up 1 vertebrae at a time. Let it feel good. At the top, shoulder blades together, then come to a fingertip grip. First 3 fingers, hook the straps, and then pinch your thumbs. Lateral lunges. Start to bend your right knee. Push your hips down and back. See, my arms are straightening. If I let go right now, I'm falling on my bum. So don't let go. Use the arms. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So the load's in the upper body, not the lower body. Push your hips behind your right heel. Now take the ball of your left foot, pivot it up to the sky. It's a pivot. You want to feel a nice stretch in your inner left thigh. Now tug down into your hands. Stand back up, shoulders over your hips, and we're going to the other side. At the top, I can let go and not fall down. Bend the left knee. Push your hips back. Push your hips way behind that left heel. Let the arms straighten. Shoulder blades together. Care about a flat back. And pull the ball of your right foot up to the sky. Get that nice inner thigh stretch in your right leg. Belly pulls in. Tug down into your hands. Take a deep breath in. Go down to the right again. Keep that flat back. Shoulder blades together. Ball of your left foot pivots up to the sky. Now here's what I want to tell you. The closer you bring your hips towards your heel of the right leg, the deeper the stretch. It's not better than or less than. Pull down into your hands, stand all the way up, and to the left you go. So it depends on your knees, it depends on your hips, how close your hips come to that left heel. Pivot the ball of your right foot up to the sky. Now that left knee has to be stacked over the middle toe, no sickling that foot. Pull into your hands, stand all the way up, take a deep breath in. Now with breath, you go and find your edge to the right, breathe out, ball of left foot lifts up. Back to center, breathe in. To the left, breathe out. Back to center, breathe in. Palms on the straps and forward fold. Push into your hands, hips back. This time, halfway lift with a wide stance. Yes, bend the knees, shoulder blades pulled together so you still have that nice flat back. It's like a wide-legged golf swing. And then fold, push your hips back, hands forward. We flow 2 more times, press into the palms, halfway lift, breathe in. Fold and breathe out. We're going to start to add some more rotation. Halfway lift, breathe in, pause. Follow your gaze for golfer's swing. Left hand reaches up over the left shoulder. Push your hands away from one another and take your gaze towards that left hand. It'll give you more rotation than in the beginning of class. Try to keep your hips square towards your anchor point. Take a deep breath in. Bring that left hand down to meet the right. You have to push into your palms to brace the low back. And then switch sides. Right arm reaches up overhead. Try to keep those hips nice and square. It's so hard. I'm tight between my shoulder blades. Push your palms apart. Push your hips back. Then come back to center. Take a deep breath in. Left arm goes up and over. Breathe out. Belly in. All you're looking for is the space between the shoulder blades to rotate. Back to center. Breathe in. Right arm reaches up overhead. Breathe out. Push your palms apart. Back through center. Push into the heels. Forward fold and let it feel good. Roll it up one vertebrae at a time. Tuck the chin to the chest. We're going to do the lateral lunges one more time. I want you to flow with breath. Bend the elbows, fingertip grip on the straps. Bend your right knee. Drop your hips to the right. Ball of left foot pivots up. Keep the right knee in line with the middle toe. Come back to center. Get into that left heel. Bend down to the left. Ball of right foot. Breathe in. Stand tall. Breathe out. To the right. Breathe in. Shoulder blades together. Knee in line with middle toe. Exhale. Stand up nice and tall. To the left. Deep breath in. Let the arms straighten. Ball of right foot pivots up. Exhale. Stand tall. One more time per side. To the right. Breathe in. Stand tall. Breathe out. Can you breathe a little deeper and a little louder? To the left. Breathe all the way in. Stand tall. Breathe all the way out. Forward fold. Push into those palms. Roll it up. Bonus one vertebrae at a time. And at the top, heel toe those feet together right to the outsides of your mat. Take a deep breath in. Forward fold. We're going to add more rotation. Halfway lift. Bend the knees. Lift the chest. Still a flat back. Forward fold. I need you to get into your heels a little bit more. Halfway lift. Push your hips back into the heels. Forward fold. Good. One more. Halfway lift and hold. Press into those palms. Lift your sternum away from the tailbone. Now this time we're going to pick up a heel. Sweep your left arm over your left shoulder. Follow it with your gaze. Pick up your right heel. You're on the ball of your right foot. Push into the ball of your right foot as you sweep your right arm to meet your left arm. Look behind you. Palms face away from the anchor point. You can turn that left foot to side face the anchor point if you want to. And then slowly you're going to pivot your feet back to center. Bring both hands back to center. Pause in that halfway lift. Good work. It's all about paying attention to the form. Sweep the right arm up over the right shoulder. It's a lot of hard work. Lift the left heel up off the ground. Push into the ball of the left foot as you reach your left arm to meet the right arm, shoulder width apart. Look behind you. Option to pivot both feet side facing the anchor point. Push into the palms. That's the key. And come back to center. Both feet pivot back to center as well. One more time per side. Left arm up. Push off the ball of the right foot, right arm up, feet can pivot, side facing that anchor point. Push into the palms, back to center. Anchor the heels, hips back. Right arm reaches up, find a rhythm with your breath. Push into the ball of the left foot, left arm up, both feet can pivot. Push into the palms, look behind you. Slowly, defy gravity, come back nice and slow. Halfway lift, heels anchor, breathe in. Forward fold, really good work. Roll it up, one vertebrae at a time. Tuck that tailbone deeper. Chin to chest a little further. And roll all the way up. Heel toe your feet together just now to the insides of the mat. And fold. We have one more round of rotation. Hips back, hands forward. Halfway lift. Keep that flat back. Breathe in. Shoulder blades together more. Forward fold. Anchor those heels into the ground. Two more. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Forward fold. Breathe out. Last one. Halfway lift. Hold. Both arms together. Press into your palms. Lift them up over your left shoulder. So you lift that right heel up off the ground. Arms are right back to where they just were before, facing away from the anchor point. Both feet can turn side facing the anchor point. Your right heel's off the ground. Now we open up. Get a chest stretch. This is to prepare us for what's to come. Push into the palms. Sweep your arms as wide as they go, maybe right behind your back. Keep pressure in the straps as you sweep your arms back up overhead. Both arms come back through center. Anchor your heels. Push into your palms. Sweep your arms up over your right shoulder as you pivot that left heel off the ground. Both feet turn sideways. Open up your arms. Lean your chest forward. Separate the collarbones. Maybe the chin looks up a little bit. Open up the front body. Both arms come up overhead. Press into your palms. Swing back through center. Inhale. Over the left shoulder. Exhale. Arms sweep wide. Inhale. Up overhead. Exhale. Back through center. Breathe in. To the right. Breathe out. Open those arms. Breathe in. Chin up. Chest forward. Arms up overhead. Exhale. We're going to do this one more time per side. Now that you have the rhythm, come back through center. Push into the palms. Exhale over the left shoulder. Inhale. Open wide. Fan out your fingers. Exhale. Arms back up overhead. Swing back through center. Take a deep breath in. Over the right shoulder. Breathe out. Grand finale. Open up. Take that deep, deep breath in. Arms back up overhead. Come back to center. Take a deep breath in, feet face forward, 12 on a clock, and fold. Roll it up one vertebrae at a time. Such good work. Tuck your chin to your chest, stand all the way up. Heel toe your feet together, hip socket width apart. We're going to finish our set, hips back, hands forward, and roll it up one vertebrae at a time. Shoulder blades together. Bring your big toes to touch, heels in line with middle toes, and fold. Push into the palms a little further, and roll it up one vertebrae at a time. Extended mountain at the top. Take a deep, deep breath in. Forward fold, empty your lungs, push into those palms. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold and breathe out. Slowly roll yourself all the way up, bonus. We're going to bring our suspension trainer to mid-calf length. Step underneath your anchor point and bring the handles to hover right below the kneecap. So grab the adjusters equal with both hands and start to slide down. We are going to stand facing away from the anchor point. So our next challenge is a variation of the TRX clock press, but we're going to do a very smooth, sweeping action while trying to maintain an active plank. Grab a sip of water if you want some. So while you're grabbing a sip of water, I want you to watch me. I'm going to come off my mat and angle towards you a little bit. My hands are going to be on the handles. Hands shoulder width, shoulder height. Lift up on the balls of the feet. So at first, I'm going to draw my shoulder blades together and down. I'm going to bend both elbows to 90 degrees. The straps are not touching my arms, so I hover my elbows down a little bit to create that hover. Now, I'm going to do my right arm. I'm going to extend it out. If there's a clock around me, I'm going to extend that arm out to 3 o'clock. Palm rotates forward. I push into my feet. My left elbow is still bent in that chest press position. I'm going to slowly pull my right arm down towards 6 o'clock. Nothing in my body moves except the shaking. You see that? And then I'm going to slowly sweep back past 3 o'clock to 1 o'clock. Not 12, but 1. And I'm going to push into both hands, straighten the left arm, right arm comes down to shoulder height. And then we're going to do that on the other side and alternate. So grab your straps and come with me. Remember, you don't want too much resistance. You want to be at a moderate angle. If you walk your feet towards the anchor point, it's a lot of resistance. So walk forward, and maybe you're at like a 45-degree angle in relation to the floor. Push into your hands, pull the hip bones up towards the navel, and squeeze the muscles in your legs, like really push the balls of your feet into the ground. Here we go. Bend your elbows, take a deep breath in. Straighten that right arm to 3 o'clock. Your palm rotates forward. Left elbow stays bent. Try not to touch the straps to the arm. Hover. Pull that right hand down towards the hip. Push into the feet, lift the chest. Slowly reach that right arm all the way up overhead to 1 o'clock. Push into both hands back to the starting position. Shoulder height, shoulder width. Other side. Bend the elbows. Left arm now opens up to 9 o'clock. That right elbow stays bent. Push into the feet. Draw the left hand to 6 o'clock. Pull down, pull down. It's like you're scooping your palm forward. Sweep that left arm all the way up to 11 o'clock. Shoulders away from ears. And then push yourself back. 2 more each side. Inhale, bend the elbows. How do you know if you're at too steep of an angle? Your hips will push back. Open up that right arm, 3 o'clock. So you just step forward if that's the case. Drop the arm towards the hip. Push into the feet. Lift the chest. Slowly sweep that right arm up overhead. You have to push into both hands. No sawing. Push into both feet. Slowly come back to starting position. Other side. Bend those elbows. Shoulders drop away from ears. Straighten that left arm, 9 o'clock. Breathe your breath. Slowly pull that left hand down towards 6. Sweep that left arm all the way up to 11 o'clock. Big, big range of motion. Push yourself back. I'm hoping you're a little fatigued. If that's the case, take a mini step forward. Bend the elbows. Breathe in. Right arm, 3 o'clock. Breathe out. Down to 6 o'clock. Breathe in. Sweep it all the way up. Breathe out. Both arms straighten. Deep breath in. Pause here. Breathe out. Other side. Bend both elbows. Breathe in. Left arm, 9 o'clock. Breathe out. Sweep the arm down to 6 o'clock. Breathe in. Chest up. Squeeze the legs. Exhale all the way to 11. Push the hand away from the body. Push, push, push. Slowly come back to center. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Now you have 5 chest press. Every round you're going to take a step backwards. So where you are, stay there. Squeeze the legs. Pull your body down. Breathe in. Straps hover above the arms. Push yourself back. Breathe out. Take a mini step backwards. Bend the elbows. Pull your body down. Breathe in. Push your body back. Breathe out. Take that step backwards. It's like a corkscrewing with your hands. Gently rotate those thumbs up to the sky. Not totally, but just a little, so that if there was a triangle, they touch at the top. Push yourself back. 2 more. Take a step backwards. Pull yourself down. Breathe in. Push yourself back. Breathe out. Last step backwards. Pull yourself down. Squeeze. This is the most resistance you have felt today. Push yourself back. Now lower the straps to touch your arms. Plummet your knees straight down to the ground. Good. Arms out in front of you, shoulder height. 3, roll out tricep press. It's a 4-part movement. With me, hands never go wider than shoulder width. From your knees to the crown of your head, one straight line. Roll forward as you inhale. Bend your elbows, shoulder width apart. Drop your chest as you exhale. Straighten those arms, inhale. Push your body back, exhale. Too hard, move forward a little bit. 2 more rounds, here we go. Inhale, remember this is big range of motion, not about resistance. Exhale, bend the elbows to drop the chest. Straighten those arms, inhale. Push yourself back. I'll take a mini step forward with you. Come with me, please, please. Bigger range of motion, mobility work. Push into the hands, roll forward, breathe in. Further than you have yet. Bend the elbows, exhale. Push into your palms. Slowly roll yourself back. Great job. Now take that right foot. Step it forward to a half kneeling position. Your hands are at shoulder height. Hug the hip bones up towards the navel. Push into your palms and roll forward. Get into that left hip flexor. Notice if you're leaving your hips behind like this and pull those hips forward. You'll feel it all the way down the left hip. Push into the hands, breathe in. And then rock your shoulders back over your hips, breathe out. So hips, shoulders, and back knee, one straight line. Inhale, that front knee could go over the toes. It's okay. No pressure is there. Exhale, come back. You're pushing into those hands. This time, roll out and hold. Now slowly bring your hands to the outside of your right knee. Keep pushing forward and up, and gently side bend your left hip over to the left. Push forward and up for 5, 4, feel this down the left-hand side of your body. 3, so good. 2, come back to center, and slowly roll yourself back. Take the right knee down to meet the left knee. Step the left foot forward. Hip bone slide up to belly button. Push into the hands and roll forward. You have to really press into the hands. Getting some shoulder mobility along with that right hip mobility. Slowly come back. Pull the hip bones up towards the navel. Roll forward. Breathe in. And back. Breathe out. Last one, roll forward and hold. Push into those palms, reach forward. Gently take your hands to the outside of the left knee. Side bend, it's like you're pushing your right hip over to the right. It's gentle. You can rotate that right shoulder up to the sky, just a little bit to get into the lat. Push into the hands and breathe for 5, 4, 3, reach your hands further forward. 2, come back to center. Press into your hands, roll yourself back. Both knees down to the ground. Turn to face your anchor point. You're going to hook your heels through those foot cradles. So sit with your legs extended long out in front of you. If you're against a wall, move your body literally like 8 inches away from the wall. And you'll know why in a moment. Otherwise, your feet are underneath the anchor point, hands into the foot cradles. And you're going to point your ankle and hook your heel all the way through. If you have blocks, I want you to grab them. You're going to bring the blocks right next to your hips. The low side, the most stable side down. 4 fingers wrap to the front of the blocks. Now the blocks are to help you lift your bum up off the ground. We're going to do some reverse planks and pull throughs. Pull the balls of your feet into the handles. Push your heels away. This is our grand finale. Press into your hands. Lift your chest up, shoulder blades together. Push your hips forward and up. Draw your upper arm bones back. Lift the hips, lift the chin. Breathe in. Push into your hands. Pull your hips behind your hands and fold. Breathe out. 4 more. Inhale, lift up, open up. Exhale, pull those hips through. Big, big range of motion. Inhale, push down into your feet. If you're hitting the wall, you move your body backwards a little bit. Exhale, pull yourself back. Don't hold that breath. 2 more. Inhale, keep your elbows unlocked as you draw your upper arm bones back. Open the chest. Exhale, pull those hips behind the hands. Bring your nose to your knees. Inhale, last one. Open up, deep breath in. Exhale, fold. Back to center. Hips to the ground. Reach your arms to the sky. Take a deep breath in. Forward fold. Hands to the yellow TRX tags. Soft bend behind your knees. Pull your chest towards your feet as you slide your sitting bones back. Take a deep breath in. Fold, breath out. Slowly sit up nice and tall. Remove the blocks out of your way. Bend your knees and slide your feet out of the foot cradles. Just take a seat here. Hands to your knees, sit nice and tall. Close your eyes. Breathe a few Ujjayi breaths in and out through your nose. And I just want you to pause here a moment and reflect on how you feel. Past 45 minutes you've dedicated to yourself. And you've moved really, really big range of motion. Any stuck energy, any tightness, resistance, which does not belong to you, by the way, you have moved through a lot of that. So feel the freedom of the air moving in and out of your body. And acknowledge that you had everything to do with that. We'll seal our time together with one clearing breath. Through your nose, take a deep breath in. Open your mouth and sigh it out. Feel your body relax. Slowly open your eyes. And your practice is complete. Phenomenal work. Thank you so much for joining me. Doing this mobility work, now you know it's very active. It's not passive. So please, you have to drink a lot of water because you've released a lot of what does not belong to you. The metabolic waste is now in your system. You want to drink water and flush it out so you feel as good as you're meant to feel. I can't wait to see you for a future practice, but until that time, keep smiling.